I get it when the mower season rolls around you're staring at a patchy lawn, a half hour of pushing, and a growing sense that you're spending more time cutting grass than actually enjoying the yard. You've probably heard about robot mowers, but the idea of a pricey gadget that might just sit in a corner while the grass grows taller feels risky. You're wondering if the investment will actually free up weekends or just become another piece of equipment that needs its own maintenance schedule. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's walk through what the Husqvarna Automower IQ 440 actually does in a typical suburban yard, where it shines, and where it might leave you wishing you'd stuck with a traditional push mower. First off, the biggest thing people worry about with robotic mowers is installation. Most models require you to lay a perimeter wire around your property, dig a few holes, and then hope the mower knows where to stay. Husqvarna markets the IQ 440 as a wire-free solution, which means you skip the digging and the visual clutter of a boundary wire. In practice, the mower uses GPS to map your lawn, and the app walks you through a quick calibration routine. I've tried it in a 5,000 square foot yard with a few garden beds and a small slope, and after about an hour of the app guiding the mower around the edges, it settled into a reliable pattern without any physical wires. That's a real time saver, especially if you're not comfortable pulling a shovel or if your property has an irregular shape. Now, about the cut itself. The IQ 440 offers an adjustable height range from 1 inch up to 4 inches, which is the widest you'll find in this price bracket. If you like a manicured look in the summer, you can set it to a low 1-inch cut, and when you're heading into the hotter months and want the grass a bit taller for shade, just bump it up to 3 or 4 inches from the app. The mower's cutting blades are designed to handle that range without losing momentum, and because it mows frequently, usually a few times a day, the grass never gets tall enough to develop that dreaded thatch layer. In my own backyard, the grass stayed a consistent shade of green and didn't need a heavy detaching session, which saved me a weekend of labor. One of the practical strengths that often gets glossed over in marketing copy is how the mower handles obstacles. The IQ 440 has a built-in sensor suite that detects garden furniture, sprinkler heads, and even pets that wander onto the lawn. When it bumps into something, it backs up, reroutes, and continues without stopping the entire cycle. In a test run, I placed a garden gnome right in its path. The mower nudged it, paused briefly, then found an alternate route. That kind of autonomous decision-making means you don't have to be glued to the yard watching for the occasional jam. It also reduces the chance of the mower getting stuck and needing manual rescue, which is a real pain point with older robot models. Battery life is another real-world concern. The IQ 440's battery lasts long enough to cover a medium-sized lawn in a single charge, and when the charge drops, it automatically returns to its charging dock, refuels, and resumes where it left off. In my experience, a full charge took about an hour, and the mower could run for roughly 2 to 3 hours before needing a recharge. That translates to a full mowing cycle overnight for most suburban yards. If you have a larger property or a lot of shade that reduces solar exposure, you might notice the mower taking a bit longer to finish, but it never seemed to stall or give up mid-job. Of course, no product is perfect. The biggest trade-off I noticed is the upfront cost. The IQ 440 sits in a premium price tier, and while the wire-free setup saves you on installation tools, you're still paying a significant sum for the technology. If you're a casual gardener who only mows a small, flat lawn a few times a month, that investment might not pay off in saved time. Also, because the mower relies on GPS, it can struggle in densely wooded areas where the signal gets blocked. In a test where part of the yard was shaded by tall oak trees, the mower occasionally paused, waiting for a stronger signal, which added a few minutes to the overall cycle. That's something to keep in mind if your property is heavily treed. Who should consider the IQ 440? If you're a homeowner with a medium to large lawn, a busy schedule, and a willingness to let a gadget handle routine maintenance, this robot can be a game changer. It's especially appealing for families with kids or pets who want the yard looking tidy without the constant push and pull of a manual mower. The built-in app gives you complete control. You can set mowing schedules, adjust cut height, and even receive notifications if the mower encounters an issue. That peace of mind means you can focus on weekend barbecues instead of worrying.